offseason is upon us. Now it's time we talk about it. Okay, the Cardinals have a lot of holes, and we saw what happened this year. We need to improve. And so this is my offseason plan. First things first, we have to fire Cliff and Kime, which yesterday we did. So that's really cool. We're already checking off things on the list. Next thing, we have to request an interview with Sean Payton. I understand we will have to trade for Sean Payton if he is the coach we end up getting. And I would be willing to give up a second. I wouldn't give up a first just because of how good of a first we have. Maybe next year. Maybe next year's first, because if we get Sean Payton, we know we're going to do better. But I would give a second this year for Sean Payton. He's definitely worth it. We definitely need someone who can coach and has the record to back it up. Now, if we do get Sean Payton, he will bring Vic Fangio as his defense coordinator, which means we would have to get rid of Vance Joseph, which as of right now, he is still with the Cardinals. We are looking at him as a possible head coach candidate, which I don't mind keeping Vance Joseph at defense coordinator, but we definitely need a new coach in the building. Not just a head coach, but an offensive mind. No offense to Vance, but he's a defensive mind and hasn't had the best record at being a head coach. So preferably, I'd like to bring in someone new and just keep him at defensive coordinator. Now, it is looking like the Cardinals will find a coach before a GM. So I think Adrian Wilson, GM, easy. Keep it in-house. Don't have to look too far. Easy, former player. Worked through the ranks of being in the staff. I think he deserves it, and it would be really cool as a Cardinals fan to see him back. Now, if Sean Payton did become coach, he has expressed interest in having more of a role on the GM side as well. So if we do end up getting Sean Payton, he would also kind of play the GM role as well. Now, the Cardinals desperately need offensive line. We are already jumping to free agency at this point. Okay, we need offensive line. The way it's looking right now, we're not gonna have many players on the offensive line from this year, which means we're not gonna have a full offensive line in general on this team besides DJ Humphries. And honestly, I don't like DJ Humphries that much. And I'm not gonna lie, he's kind of injury prone. I don't really want him in his contract right now. So if I'm GM, I do want to get rid of DJ Humphries, try to trade him away, get that cap off of us. And if we have to, we could release him, but we'd still have to pay so much. But I think we need an all-new offensive line. Bring it in, refresh, and ultimately do through all free agency. Whoever we have as coach or GM, whatever, we need to be with Kyler. Kyler is our quarterback. We paid him. He's with us for the next 6 years. He's not going anywhere. We need him to have a voice and a say in some of these moves. But offensive line is a move he will definitely agree on because we were atrocious this year. Now, I would also like us to address corner in free agency as well. But this is one that we might wait till the draft. Now, the Arizona Cardinals will be picking at 3, which is really good. So you look at where we're picking, we're most likely going to take defensive line, which is, J.J. Watt just retired. And that sucks, but it's our time for us to find his predecessor. And, especially with Cameron Thomas and Myjai Sanders coming off their first year, they look very promising. And going into next year, I think they could have very big roles. And so if we can get that interior defensive line, I think that would be just an absolute game changer to this defense and make this team much better. Now, as I already mentioned, we do need corners. So with these second, third rounders, I would like to fill that position. Now, Byron Murphy is a free agent. We will see if we decide to pick him up, which we definitely should re-sign. But this would be a good time for the Cardinals to find another corner and add just some more depth in this room. And especially get someone, if we can get someone in the earlier rounds, get someone who's day one starter. Doesn't matter, corner 2, 3. Help beef up this cornerback room because it is not looking very good right now. And when it just comes to the draft, we ultimately just got to draft good. The Cardinals have not been a very good drafting team especially under Steve Keim. We're not a very good drafting team. And it's time for us to change that, especially with this new era that's going to come in. And so it's time we change it up. We need new jerseys. That's quite frankly just it. These jerseys, you know what? They're solid. I like them. But these jerseys haven't won. Okay, the Cardinals bring in a new era. We need to bring in a new mentality. And so a new look. A new look would be a great way for the Arizona Cardinals to officially get rid of the old and to start just a new era, an era of winning. And ultimately, you just change. Fans want new jerseys. Kyler wants new jerseys. Players want new jerseys. Everybody wants new jerseys. We have expressed interest in it. It's just ultimately a smart move, like I said. Change is something that is absolutely necessary in this franchise. And so far, we're looking like we're taking steps in the right direction. But ultimately, nothing will change if we don't change our locker room and our mentality. The Cardinals have a losing mentality, no matter how you look at it. We have a losing mentality. It's time for us to bring in new management and new players, but not just new management. Management that has had prior success and players that have shown that they can and will play their hearts out. But that is how I think the Arizona Cardinals need to play this offseason. Let me know down below your guys' thoughts. Do you agree, or do you think we need to make other moves? But that being said, be sure to hit that like and sub button, and I'll see you on the next one.